Could the ongoing war in Ukraine really end, or possibly come to a conclusion by the end of 2025? That's exactly what NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte stated. He suggests that after the Geneva talks, efforts to resolve the war will intensify.
And you can find more details in our report. You're watching the Glafred channel, and I'm your host, Yevgeny Serov. Like this video and subscribe to the channel.
NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte believes that the war in Ukraine could end by the end of this year. He made this firm statement in an interview with LPI. At this critical moment in peace negotiations for Ukraine, the NATO Secretary General warns that even if an agreement is signed to end the war started by Vladimir Putin almost 4 years ago, Russia will remain a long-term threat for a very long time. Rutte also praised U.S. President Donald Trump for consistently and persistently trying since February to break the ongoing deadlock with Russian President Vladimir Putin in order to finally bring an end to this truly terrible and devastating war. The Secretary General is convinced that Trump's peace plan was the basis for negotiations between Ukraine and the U.S. and a good foundation for further discussions. The proposal contains solid elements as well as others that require more work and dialogue. That is exactly what the Ukrainians and the United States are doing right now, Rutte added. When asked for clarification on whether it is possible for the war to end by the end of this year, the Secretary General of the alliance replied, "Of course, we are all praying for this war to end as soon as possible. I want to do everything I can to help realize President Trump's vision for achieving this goal. I fully share his vision. This slaughter must stop." He added that about 1 million Russians have been killed or severely wounded. Russia is losing about 20,000 soldiers every month. These people are dying while barely gaining any territory. Rutte reminded that this year, Russia has captured only about 1% of Ukraine's territory and is advancing just a few meters a day. They've been trying to take Pokrovsk for 18 months now and still do not have full control over it. More Russians have died trying to capture this city than a number of Ukrainians who originally lived there, he added. When asked whether he feels that the world is in a special situation that could soon lead to the end of the war, Rutte replied, "It's always hard to predict, but I sincerely hope that peace will come soon. Of course, after the Geneva talks, there should be more meetings, and there should be a separate parallel discussion with Europe and NATO on certain issues, and we are not at that stage yet."